Okay, so, we kind of, eventually we moved around to doing races on a course in Flushing Meadow. And again, we were doing like 6 and 10 day races at this point now. We were doing 2 races consecutively. The 10-day races would start, and then 4 days later the 6-day races would start. And the idea was that we all get to finish on the same day at the same time. Actually, the funny thing was with a little side story, when we had the first 700, 1,000 and 1,300 mile race, they all started at the same time, but then it meant that they ended differently. And it was kind of funny because there was quite a few runners at the start, but then by the time you got to only the 1,300 mile race was left, with maybe a couple of days, it'd only be like a few runners left on the course. So it was realized that you have to stagger start them and have them all start at the same, and they'll all end at the same time. So this is one of the things that we're constantly learning, and then we would have like little talks afterwards about what we could change, how we could make things better, and that was the whole thing. It's like, again, constantly evolving. I've sort of said in the past, one thing that I really loved about Guru's path is that not only was Guru constantly evolving, but the center was constantly evolving, the path itself. But Guru was always showing how we should do that. So one of the races that we did, as I said, Guru would come out and give prasad. And so one time, he'd be sitting in the car and we would stand in a line. First the runners would stand in a line and take, and then obviously, as I said, the helpers and counters and whatever. So on one particular occasion, I came to the car, and Guru had a box that he had, like, I think ice cream sandwiches or something in it. And when I got to the window, Guru started to put his hand into the box, and it was empty. And so he handed the empty box to the girls in the back seat, and waited for them to give him another box. So I was sort of standing there. I had a moment with Guru, which is really nice. It was always very special when you had those kind of moments. And the Guru looked at me and smiled, and he said, "So, you are doing very well." And I said, "But Guru, I want only to serve you." And Guru again just smiled, but by this time now, the box with new ice cream sandwiches had come forward. Guru put his hand in, took me out, and gave it to me. And Guru sometimes would hold on to the prasad for a moment, and then just again to give you a special moment. And then that was it, it was over. And then again, you always, as I said, I always felt revived, rejuvenated when that happened. And it was a really special moment. And it's always the way that I've always tried to feel my approach to these races. And I was very fortunate over quite a few years that I've done something like 35 or 36 multi-day races. So, I'm not a champion in any way, but Guru had also one time said to me at the award ceremony, he looked at me and he said, "Perseverance, perseverance, perseverance." So I always felt that was kind of, my blessing from Guru, in that he felt that that's the important thing, is to persevere. And of course we know that Guru's motto is never give up.